And I think it's just, you want to have fun with this assignment. It's kind of like Bob Ross, making some happy trees and that kind of thing. I think, I'm going to get a Bob Ross picture up here. Now what I just did is I went over here and I made another layer, layer 2. And I'm going to put some color on here, and I'm going to label this before I go on. This is my line layer, and this will be color 1. I'll just use C1 for an abbreviation. And before I do any of the color, though, I want to get a white background, because if I print this out, it's going to print on the white paper. So I'll go down here to the yin-yang symbol at the bottom of the layers palette, and I'll choose solid color. And I'll choose only web color so I get a nice stepped gradient because I just want to get a solid white. And the way to check this is you can go over here to these values, and it's a long story which we'll get to next week, but 255, 255, 255, those are maxed out RGB values, and so just that way you can check that you're getting 100% white. Okay. So now it's on top of the stack, blocking everything out. I want to drag it to the bottom of the stack, like that. And there's my guy there. So I've got color 1, and I'll just choose a color. I'll click on the top swatch. Now I want to pick whatever color I want, so I turn this off. And then I can adjust my hue over here and pick around out here in the middle till I find something that I like. And now what I'm going to do is, since I'm on its own layer, I don't have to be too fine about this. I'll just do something kind of goofy. I'll take the lasso tool up here, the freehand lasso tool, just kind of do something like this, and make a selection, and I'll say Edit Fill. I'll choose foreground color, because I just picked out that brown color, and say OK. And now I've got that. So now I can go in, because it's on its own layer, and I can just erase E, bigger brush, just cut in, oops, a little too big there. And maybe I could use a soft eraser or a hard eraser, doesn't really matter, but just go in and kind of work this real fast. I don't have to be precise, because even if I go, it doesn't erase my line work, the black line work. That's the point of that. So I can just be kind of cavalier, and you know me, cavalier fellow. And so I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just using the eraser and the brush, and I'm being really sloppy about it. You can see I'm going in and getting some white, accidentally erasing the interior. All I have to do is hit B, and since I've still got that foreground color, I just go in, clean this up. Now, this brush is a little soft, and I'd rather use a hard-edged brush for this. So I can either go up here and reset the hardness to 100%. So you can see I've got a hard brush. But check it out. If I hold down the Shift key and hit those same bracket keys that we used next to the P to make the brush, making the brush bigger and smaller. But if I hold down the Shift key and do that, it changes the softness of the brush. So on the fly, you can change from soft to hard brush. Anyway, L for lasso, select all that, delete. And Command D for deselect, and back to the brush using B, bracket key, make the brush smaller. Just go in, clean that up. Man, I feel like Bob Ross today. Alright, and just take care of that.